All right, a battle's brewing in the Lone Star State over school choice. Governor Greg Abbott threatening to call lawmakers back to the Capitol to rework a school choice measure that he says doesn't go far enough as the previous version of the bill, saying, quote, the Senate's version of school choice makes about 5.5 million students eligible. The latest House version of the school choice only applies to about 800,000 students. This latest version does little to provide meaningful school choice. Mandy Drogin is the campaign director for Next Generation Texas, and she joins us now. Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. I think most people would agree with the governor. They like school choice for more children or more students, and then every parent would get that $8,000 voucher to be able to send their kids to private school or whatever, however they choose to use it to educate their children. How did we get down to this watered down version?
Well, unfortunately, there's just a few legislators that we need to get across the line that are holding out. They've locked arms with the unions, unfortunately, but I think they're going to come around. Parents overwhelmingly in the Lone Star State support school choice across the spectrum, and we're fired up. And the governor, he laid down the gauntlet. He said, you are going to come back. We're going to give education freedom to millions of parents.
Why is this so important?
Well, it's freedom. We have an antiquated system that is based off of you're assigned a school by the government based on where you live, instead of the freedom for a parent to choose the best school for their own child. They know and love their kids best. The governor knows that. He says mom and dad are in charge. And so we're going to give that power back. No longer is the government going to assign you a school. Parents are going to be able to select the school for their child.
So the current form that the governor is not happy with, it would only allow students with disabilities or those who attend an F-rated campus to choose a different school. And that's why it affects only 800,000 versus the 5.5 million. These lawmakers that are holding back, what's the compromise? What are they willing to give so the governor does sign this? Because he says he's going to veto the current legislation.
Well, that's correct. I think the compromise is that at least 4 million children must get education freedom. This watered down version, it's just not good enough. There are too many children that are stuck in schools that either are not providing the education their parents want, or the teachers, there's some rogue teachers, rogue administrators, pressure from the union, and the indoctrination is real, and parents have had enough. And even if they don't want to leave their public school that's right down the street, they at least want the power that the public school will listen to them and stop with the nonsense. Get back to the basics, reading, writing, math, science, and focus on that and not these culture wars that are being crammed down the kids' throats.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it. When you're a taxpayer, like we are in New York, we're taxpayers. Most of the schools are terrible in New York City. You have to send your kids to private school. So you're not only paying into the tax base, you're also paying for private schools. So in order to get that voucher, that $8,000 can really help a lot of families and pull some of these kids in the lower income areas into some areas where they get better education. Mandy, thank you so much for what you do. God bless you. Y'all work hard. Thank you for standing up for these kids.